Okay, there we go, and we are back. So we will be having a play of Nord Invasion. It actually says it's a Nord Invasion. Be sure to tell me if there's any lag issues with this game. I might be able to tweak some of the settings, but hopefully that 1 week where we had massive issues was only due to my ISP upgrading the area, and they should all be resolved now. I won't be going on TeamSpeak Rizzuno. I will likely be joining a hard server as well. So Nord Invasion is a free mod for Mount & Blade Warband. Anyone is capable of getting it. Let's see. Okay, so the hard server is full. We'll join EU4 normal because it's nearly full. It's on a terrible map. I don't like Hidden Cave at all. Yep, all my gear's here. That's good. So I'm currently playing an archer. And this map's about to end as this lone guy attempts to fend off all of this lot. He may well manage it given his gear, but it's doubtful. So for anyone who's unaware, Nord Invasion is a sort of defensive game. All the players are on the defensive against AI swarms of various mobs. They come in waves. Every 3 or 4 waves is a respawn wave. If you manage to wipe it out, all of the dead people respawn. If not, then you lose and the map changes. And your character is persistent, so as you kill things you gain experience and gold, and that levels up on the website, and then you go to the website, log in on your character there, and you can assign all of your stats. So let's put down, this is a barricade I've got here, it's not just a box I'm carrying around randomly. So you'll see I construct the barricade here. We block off part of this ramp. Yeah, this is the same map as last time. I was hoping for a different one so you guys can see something slightly different, but such is the way of things. Now let's get over here and start shooting. Nothing like picking off farmers on your day off. Quite who invades a country with a wave of farmers. These Nords have some very odd tactical ideas. Oops, hit a friendly there. So you can get these little barricades here. This probably isn't actually the best place for it. A better place would likely have been in these corners in the windows so that ranged mobs don't shoot through. Oh yeah, the Nords also apparently invade with waves of priests. There's nothing like trying to convert people to a religion as part of your invasion force. Either that or they were sort of expelled from the Nord homelands for preaching, you know, heretical beliefs, and this is their punishment. So quick trick, when I get over here to the ammo box, I'm going to fire an arrow into the floor, make sure it's possible to pick it up again later, restore my arrows from the box here, and you'll see this takes me up to 130. I then pick up the arrow off the floor, I have 131, That's effectively given me a whole extra quiver in that slot that previously held the barricade, and I can now reload again, and as you'll see, 195 arrows, a slight difference. Cheeky bugger's trying to chop my head off. Okay, so this is the followers. They are one of the respawn waves. If we wipe these out, the 4 guys that are dead will respawn. Ow. Just hit one of my own teammates. It's reflective damage on these servers. So you can't get team killed, but you can team kill yourself. And this guy's insistent on running into my arrows by the looks of it. So if you can hear the little thud noise, that means I've hit an enemy. It doesn't necessarily mean I've killed it, but you can see down in the feed on the bottom left if I have or not. Where do you get this mod? You go to, I believe it's nordinvasion.com. Let me just pull up the website for you. So yep, nordinvasion.com, you can see it up here. You'll get a stat sheet like this. As you can see, I've gone along archer, longbowman, heavy longbowman, sniper, so that's what I am. And support classes, engineer allows me, well, apprentice allows me to put down the barricade you've seen, engineer allows me to put down a larger one, but I haven't been able to afford that yet. So anyway, back to the game as there's enemies roaming around. People with shields, they're the bane of Archer's existence. There's normally, if they've got a good shield, just a tiny little fraction where you can hit the top of their head. Ow, friendly fire again. Is anyone else getting lag to the server, or is it just Beam? It says it's uploading at 2000 kilobits a second, which is considerably faster than I've ever done before, so I'd be very surprised if there is lag. Okay, generally people in chat seem quite happy with it, so it must be another issue for the guy in question. Yeah, that guy's picked up some friends. Let's see if we can peel them off him. So you can see when the last guy dies, the next wave instantly spawns. So you'll see what happens a lot of the time, especially on the higher level servers or the higher level waves, is the very last guy will just be saved. So someone will just stand there blocking him endlessly while everyone runs out and resupplies on arrows and health and all those other essentials. That went right through his chest. There we go. Where do you get health from? You can see over there, that guy's standing, there's a pot. It looks like it's got a sort of orange soup in. If you walk over to that and hold down F, just like the ammo box I walked to earlier, you will regenerate health. So as you can see, I arch in first person mode, which is the #1 way to witness painful deaths, especially on this map, as mainly your heads... Oh, hang on. Okay, that's a hired assassin. They randomly spawn anywhere right next to you. So when a round ends, you always need to keep an eye for those guys. I've completely lost my train of thought on what I was saying. Someone in chat remind me what the sentence I was halfway through was, please. Oh yes, painful death to the face, that was it. As your face is the main thing exposed, this wave especially here have throwing weapons. You will normally die by a throwing axe in the middle of your vision. Here comes one. Let's see if I can dodge it. There we go. Oh, those were close. Let's keep an eye on the defense. So as you can see, this guy's blocking the gap here. And people are slashing over the barricade to try and kill the guys. Meanwhile, the archers are picking off ranged characters, well, dodging axes all the way. So I could, as an archer, fire into this crowd down here, but generally I'm better off dealing with the ranged characters that are causing havoc. But we've eliminated most of them now, so we can join in with here. What is officially headshot central by just shooting them in the back of the head. So one thing worth doing on these respawn waves is going to spectator, going back to your character again. That way you respawn with the barricade if you have one in your inventory. So anyone who has barricades... Oh, someone's typing to me. So whoever CC denied us, but yes, as I was saying, if you have barricades like these, you want to make sure you get killed on these respawn waves, or kill yourself by switching to spectators so that you come back with another barricade to add to the pile. Although you don't want to put too many down because it does bug out if there's an absolute ton of them. So here you can see this guy saving him. He's just blocking all of his attacks, which is allowing the main blocking guy to heal up at this soup here. And that noise you hear, hooves, would usually signify horses, but in Nord Invasion that signifies ponies. Pony! Die, pony. You actually get experience for shooting the pony. It's a sad fact, I know, but we won't tell the RSPCA about it. Pick off all the guys on this left side here, and then I can transition over to the other side, help out with the defense. Usually you know if the defense is going badly because you'll be happily doing this and then you'll just drop dead as someone walks up behind you and smacks you in the face. So pony down. Now I didn't put my barricade down, did I? Let's chuck it on top of this one. Don't you dare stand up there. Right. Oh, Zweihanders. These guys take a lot of hits to the head to kill. He was already wounded, by the way, so was he. There you go, that's one that took one to the face and didn't die. This is probably one of the nastier waves that you get on normal servers quite early on. Yeah, I'm still uploading at 2,500, so I'm not sure what the lag claims are from one or two people. One thing to watch is you don't want to stand behind. These guys are called slashers normally. If you stand behind them on their backswing, they'll smack you in the face, which obviously gives them damage, not you, because it's reflective. So just watch where you're standing if you're near the actual barricade breach itself, because they get very upset when you cause them to kill themselves on your body. Not only that, it interrupts their swinging as well. Oh, that was very close. There's some enemy archers in there somewhere. Ow. Okay, we'll swap to this side. There's an enemy Kurget. Come here. Stop moving. And now he's hiding behind that other player. And still shooting at me, interestingly enough. Oh, he just moves every time I fire. Here we go, I hit him once. Got him. Do you have any friends left? Nope, just a pony out in the distance. What wave do people usually end up dying on? It depends. If anybody has barricades of this variety, if nobody has them, you die very early on. Oh, that's an assassin. Taking a swipe at me again. Also, if you don't have a successful blocker, so a guy with a good shield to just stand in that gap, you'll die very early on then as well. It's basically if you have if you have just one of all the three key sort of ingredients on most maps, you can get fairly far on your own. Oh, gonna catch a javelin here. Run. Okay, I'm not going to get up there in time, so I'm going to have to hide over here and hope they don't come around. These guys have nasty round shields, as you can see, but they do have exposed heads, which kind of makes up for it. Okay, apparently there's a fake wall there. Shoot him in the leg. Now then, can't really see anyone else to shoot. Let's sneak around. I don't actually have a melee weapon because then that allows me to carry more arrows. I am going to pick up one of these round shields though, in case it turns into ranged weapon spam and I need to get out of somewhere safely. So the main roles are shielder, who basically just stands here like this and has really high shield skill, really high armor, and he's basically just blocking that hole so everyone else can do their job. You'll then have slasher, who probably stand here or over the shoulder of the shielder. They'll have long-ranged weapons or possibly polearms, and they'll just do overhead attacks, kill all the guys that are hitting on the guy shielding. And then you normally want some ranged guys to kill off, archers and stuff. XP is worked out by anyone who's within a certain area of the guy getting the kill. So if you all stay grouped up, you will get maximum experience. So down in the bottom left, you'll see little blue things pop up. If it says assist, then that means I'm near somebody who's got a kill, and should pop up now. So there you go, 18 assist XP and 2 gold because I was near that guy with the bow that shot the enemy over there. So there's quite a few more archers in this. When you go up to hard mode, you have to be level 32 to get into hard mode. Well, you can get in before then, but you won't gain any gold or experience. And the reason for that is, obviously, the waves are harder, but you also gain a lot more experience and gold for being there. But the waves in there are considerably archer heavy. You have things called Nord Rangers, which can headshot you from across the map normally, and there'll be large numbers of them. People who are asking how to install this, I will go through it briefly when I finish the playthrough of this, if you like, where you need to drop the folders, and I'll do a quick run through of the website as well. Okay, someone's added me on Steam. Okay, so there we go, we've got an archer hiding all the way back there, because he can see to shoot at people. He's quite happy standing there in terms of AI. Oh, I hit him. That was rather close. That's coming right at me. Down he goes. So got another large shield wave incoming now. Oh, managed to hit someone in the leg, I think. You basically want to just be aiming for the head as an archer for when they've got these sorts of shields to get that insta-kill. But any damage you deal is good damage because it just means they die easier when they do get into the melee range. You're better off putting a couple in his leg and not quite killing him than just putting 50 in his shield. Okay, not quite sure what's going on barricade-wise here. Nope, Malakith isn't my real name at all. The first name is entirely made up. It is rather similar to, I think it's a Dark Elf Witch King from Warhammer, but that is spelt differently and was in no way intentional. I learnt about that afterwards when someone pointed it out. And the second name is a Norse god, I believe. Or goddess even, I think, maybe. Depends which bit of lore you read, I think. But it just seemed to go nicely with the first name and just sort of work together. Well, I thought they sounded like they went together well, so I kind of stuck with it. What level am I? Let me pull across my character sheet. So I am level 39. This is how much experience I have, and this is how much I need to get to the next level. If I refresh this, because obviously I haven't refreshed it since we joined, you can see in this playthrough so far I've gained 5,000 XP just for standing around watching other things get killed. So it looks like some sort of ninja archers in this wave. They patched this recently and added in a lot of new classes, so I'm not sure what they are. Hired assassins in a wave, that's interesting. So this is a mixed wave of various classes. Respawn waves are always a single class. So for example you'll have the Nord follower wave, which is solely Nord followers, there's nothing else with it. Got an archer right at the back there. Hit him. Up a bit maybe. There we go. There's his friends. There's some. They always like hiding in this little dip. So I'll just put one in his face. Just sidestep every time so the guy behind me can still shoot. And shoot these horses for the XP. There's one. Hiding. There we go. Got him in the throat. Right, now I need to go get some ammo. Pony! Get me out, you stupid barricade. There we go. So the ammo box with arrows on top is where you go to restore them. There is one the other side over by the soup I showed you, but I prefer to come here because you're less likely to get ambushed. The reason I'm not saying my real name is because... Oops, I probably wasn't meant to kill him. Sorry, dude. I've got a staff writer job on a review website recently, and that will use my main name, and so all the people that have been bugging me for months to tell them, and I haven't told them, will be finding out by themselves soon enough, and there's no point in spoiling the surprise for them. Plus it means more people read my review. So So these are veteran pikemen, I think. So these guys are Nord Rangers. These are what you get in the hard. And the veteran pikemen, I think, are the first wave of hard. I never really pay attention to the first wave. In the hard servers, you've got people with higher capabilities than the normal servers, so you never even see the first wave, really. So in terms of who's dead, we've got 4 dead. Score list, me and Groke are up the top, as I think we're both archers. It's not difficult to get lots of kills as archers because you just one-shot all the weak ones. But kills don't really mean anything specifically, because it's a team effort to survive. As you can see, slashers galore here, all with two-handed weapons. Someone's asking me what I think of Call of Juarez, or whatever it is. I never actually played it. I seem to remember seeing it advertised and you could play as 3 characters and something weird. It just didn't look that interesting to me. As usual, people seem to like trying to get me to pronounce things that are terrible, and it's all through Crusader Kings and Shogun. Crazy names in languages I can't even begin to speak. Do I have PW? PW is another mod. It's Persistent World. I played it for a little while. It's very sort of RPG-like, but it relies heavily on the players actually role-playing, and I got a bit bored with it, to be honest, so no, I don't really play that. Not so much the coming up with the RPG bit myself. I didn't find that boring. I just found the other people a bit unimaginative. It was basically, oh look, I'm a bandit, I'm going to kill you, give me your money. It's like, come up with something new, dude. That's just rubbish. It's like you could at least say you've got a wife with 3 arms and you want to send her off to surgery in Swadia, and that you're trying to get the money for the boat, and be creative. Oh, that's a lot of ranged characters. As you can see, I now have an axe buried in my shoulder, which comes up when I'm trying to aim. It's not so bad because it moves out of my aim, but you can imagine how annoying this would be if it was actually in my archery hand. Oh, and there we saw myself get an arrow in the face. I wasn't quite in the face, it was in the shoulder. But here is a very blood-soaked and dead Malakith. So let's have a look at the shielder and what he's up to. Oh, they're through the barricade. This would be it for this group by the looks of it. Okay, so when this round ends, I will go over how to install this game and how the website part of it works as well. So dropping out of Mountain Blade for a moment, let's go over how the website works, and then I will cover how you install it to begin with. So you've got your website here. Let's just refresh it so it's up to date. So in that fight I earned this much experience. Anything you kill personally, so anything I archer killed instantly goes in as ranged XP here. Anything I was near and somebody else killed goes into assist XP up here. Now assist XP I can either put into ranged experience with a 0.4 modifier, I can put it into melee experience with a 0.5 modifier. You may wonder why I've got both when I'm quite clearly an archer. Originally I was a skirmisher, which is thrown weapons, and as you can see they need both, which is why I have quite a high amount of melee XP. And you can also put it into gold for a very low trade rate, but that's pretty much what you do once you've got to the point where you've leveled everything that you need to, which is 4 boxes in one and then 2 in another. So I'll put it in ranged experience, or do I need to? I've already capped out ranged experience, I might as well put it into melee experience. It also gives me a better trade rate. So, spend, in it goes, I leveled up. I'm now level 40. So that's pretty much the character side of it. Every time you gain a level, you gain 1 class point, which is here. And as you can see, each tier needs a certain amount of class points to acquire. So once I get 5 class points, I could say buy Militia here. My class points would then reset to 0, so I then have to get another 8 levels to get into Skirmisher. They're not consecutive, it's not like I get 5 to get to here and then need another 3. Down the bottom here, you'd normally have a second support class if you hadn't picked one, which is, I think it's called Nurse, the first one, which allows you to have a little healing box, which allows you to heal allies without them having to run off towards the soup. So you basically want a balance of the pair, one to heal and one with barricades. You know, you want an even balance of them. Possibly even more barricaders than nurses, but you know, depends on the group consistency. So how you get items, as you can see, these are all my items up here. So you select which items you want on this drop down list, but you can only select from items you own. Now to actually own items, you go to the marketplace here and you can buy this. This is effectively a shop that let's see, just like a shop that's not owned by anybody. It's provided by the developers for you to be able to get stuff from. It's not necessarily the best prices or the best equipment. Things will only appear in here when you're trained to use them. So if I go to, for example, polearm, there's a staff, a spear and a quarterstaff. If I was a pikeman and therefore trained to use better polearms, you would see considerably more weapons in here. For example, if I go to bow, you have 5 bows. If you're not a sniper, you will not see 5 bows, you will see 1. Or if you're halfway towards sniper, you'll see the other ones below it. The other way of buying weapons is to go to the auction hall, where you have a separate, like another set of lists. If we go to bows again, you can see bows for sale by various people. In this case, they're not great bows, but they are likely cheaper than buying it from the marketplace because it will be someone's upgraded their bow and they're trying to get rid of the old one for more money than the sell back value. So you can pick up cheap weapons on this auction hall, but make sure you check the marketplace first if it's something that's on the marketplace. You don't want to get fleeced by someone taking advantage. The other thing is houses. Houses are effectively guilds. As you can see, Punishment is the leader of this one. Members, all the members. What this allows you to do is you can go into trading, and anything I own I can send to members of my house and they can send stuff to me. So it allows you to work together to especially with crafting, you need to work together to craft stuff. Someone's asking me to pronounce a ridiculously stupid word, which I believe is the longest railway station in Wales. No, I cannot. I'm not even going to try. So, how to get this game to start with? If we go to the main Nord Invasion website, and if I log out, so this is what you'll see when you come to nordinvasion.com. As you can see, sign in is once you've got a character. New user activation, it asks for an activation code. So what you do here is you make a character with the name you want, you join any of the Nord Invasion servers, and down the bottom an activation code will pop up. You need to scribble that down as quickly as possible, or push L to look in the log and see if you can get it from there. Then come back to the website, type in the character name that you've made the character in Warband with. They have to match, so you have to keep that character name in Warband. And then the activation code you paste into here. Obviously that was the activation code I had when I started. And that will then ask you to create a password for your character, at which point you can then sign